1996 was a big year. I was living in a small town in Ohio, so white the snow did not bother to fall come winter. But I was a 5-year-old brown girl. It was the 90s. I had a closet full of neon leggings, big glasses, and the comic books to match. I first read the longest ancient Hindu epic of all time, the Mahabharata, in a comic book. In the version I got, all the gods were white people, all the Muslims were bad guys, all the women were helpless, the rest of us were blue. As if darkness did not have its own ink yet. As if India were printed in one big colonial afterimage. The Mahabharata is full of war and sex and gambling, like any good national epic. At the heart of the conflict is a beautiful woman. Her name was Draupadi. In real life, she was not blue like in the comics. She was dark as soot, probably darker, like her parents only wanted a boy to do all the fighting, and he steps out of the fire sacrifice, violently masculine, fully dressed in his battle gear, white like hot fire, then suddenly, from the ashy remains, here comes Draupadi, so dark, reflectance, never had a chance. They say she had eyes like lotus leaves and the hips to match. Draupadi has always pissed me off. See, the way I figure, when you are at the center of all the violent destiny unfolding in your universe, you can do something more than letting it happen. When I started taking testosterone, I had nightmares about all the angry men in my life, all the ways my mothers are afraid. There are many, many tears. And I am always fully dressed in my battle gear. By which I mean I am always dressed to kill, my narrative white like hot fire and violently masculine. I remember how Draupadi was won. The contest, a single arrow in a live fish. Anxious beating hearts, contracted until the opening, one shot piercing willing muscle, and then there's a gutted fish, and a warrior dynasty, gills flared all over the ceiling 4 millennia later. Michelangelo would paint the Sistine Chapel red, arrow and fish becoming Adam and God, the holy reinvention of manhood, proving itself on contact. I remember how Draupadi was won. How her new captors tugged at her clothing. I remember her soft praying hands, the way the gods let her sari stretch infinite, not like magic, like resistance, like the boundless, uncontainable suffering of a dark queen. Draupadi. What if instead of contemplating the context of each of our faiths, we just got lifted? What if we didn't give a fuck? What if we got ourselves a spaceship and headed to the part of the cosmos that recognizes all our radiant darkness and this white light cannot reach? What would it mean to be darkness and get naked, each of us becoming flashes of pink in a black hole, 5-year-old brown girls huddled together in the Andromeda cluster, each of us pressing our own inked bodies into comic books, refusing all those blue lies we've been told about attractive forces. Draupadi, let's make a new space, all our own.